Oh, we're live! Right, sorry guys. First of all, a big sorry because we went live earlier. Well, I say earlier,
We tried.
about 5 minutes or so ago, and it just said you cannot go live, and it wouldn't say why we couldn't go live. So we just
Yeah.
couldn't go live. So we're now live.
So we've cancelled, I hope,
Oh,
the
yes.
other
Check-
stream.
We're just going to check it because this has happened before.
Yeah.
So what?
This happened a couple of times.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
This
So what
happened a
we've done
couple
is
of
we've
times.
gone live. It hasn't worked for some reason. We've gone live again, and it's kept the original live stream going. So Kelly's just checking to make sure there aren't two lives. Otherwise, we're going to have half of you watching one live and half of you watching another live.
Yeah. Because it says, look, upcoming.
There we go.
Okay, so what I need to do...
We're going to delete that one. So anybody's on, good to see you. We're just trying to sort out a bit of a teething problem. It will say upcoming on one of our lives. We're just going to try and delete one of them and get rid of the one that says upcoming. Otherwise, you'll all end up on the other one. Charlie, how are you? You good? How have things been? Go on, what's your followers, Charlie? Let's have a look. Let's have a little look coming through. So, guys, if you are joining on this, please do join us on this. And Tommy, our Friday's been good. How are you? You good?
I hope you're well.
How are you well? How have things been? How's things going? I was going to say then, because how's the trip preparations going? I was going to say, because I know you got your big trip coming up. But how's things been going in general? Where are you now, by the way? Are you still in France, off the coast of France? I always lose track of where you are because you move around so often. But yeah, you've been a good week. How has it been? So anybody that's just joined us, we do have another live stream, unfortunately, going.
Apologies,
we're trying to get rid of.
Yeah, it wouldn't work, the first one, which has happened to us before. So at the moment, I'm just trying to find it and delete it. But it will only allow me to delete it from the studio, but it's not showing up on the studio. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to find it now.
Hey, Sincott, how you doing?
Hey, Sincott.
You're all right? Yeah, so apologies, anyone that's just joining. We do have another live stream going at the moment. It wouldn't work initially, so we stopped it. And then for some bizarre reason, what it's done is it's kept it. So if anybody's waiting on the other one isn't working.
I have put a message to say on the other one that we're on this one.
Yeah, here we go. But yeah, hope you're well. 409, well done, Charlie. Tommy said, doing well, thanks. Just got back from Abu Dhabi. That's it.
Oh, yes.
For the day. Currently in Dubai and going on my trip on Monday. Might be going to Sir Barney Yaz Island tomorrow with a group of old work friends. Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
Now, I remember actually, it does bring back, well, I say bring back memories. I do remember actually you saying you preferred Abu Dhabi to Dubai. Was that right? You said if you were to go to either, if you could only go to either, you would probably recommend Abu Dhabi rather than Dubai. But do correct me if I'm wrong there. But I do remember I think I'm right in thinking you said that. Because I really do want to go to Dubai at some stage. Your mum wants to go to Dubai.
Yeah.
You've got no interest in Dubai.
No, I don't. I'm sorry to say. I'm just, sorry. I am listening. I'm just trying to cancel the other one.
All right, you carry on and see if you can get that to cancel. Abu Dhabi, in my opinion, is nicer than Dubai. So there we go. A little tip there as well. So maybe if I were to do one or the other, and I could only get to do one, I think I would probably do Abu Dhabi on your recommendation. Is there lots to do there, Tommy? That's what I suppose I was going to ask as well in terms of stuff, because the bit that people that I know have gone tend to just say they're going for the shopping more than anything else. But if you weren't into shopping, I don't mind shopping at all, but if you weren't into shopping, would there be other stuff to do? So
there are other things to do for sure. I've got family that have been and stuff like that. Friends that have been. There are other things to do other than shopping, but I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me.
No, fair enough.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It's not one of those destinations that I'm thinking, do you know what? I want to go to Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Yeah, but it is very up and coming, and they are doing lots of works over there, and they build theatres over there, and during sort of like during the first crash that we had, like 2008 times, Abu Dhabi and Dubai were the places that were actually investing in the country, and so they were doing a lot of building work, a lot of construction, a lot of hotels, and all of that type of stuff. So you know, a lot of work was coming construction wise, so a lot of companies were able to survive on Dubai and Abu Dhabi building up the area.
Sincott said, good, thanks. Looking forward to the Euro final on Sunday. It's coming home. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed indeed. Do you know what? I've got to say, so as Kelly knows, so Kelly went to bed actually, because I know you're not really into the football bit. So I watched the England-Dutch game. Oh my God, that just put me through the ringer. It really did. So Holland, as I was saying to you before, they scored in the first 6 minutes. England were completely unsettled. And then England came back into it, got a very fortunate penalty, but got penalty nonetheless, took it, converted. But I will say that for Gareth Southgate, I know he's had a lot of criticism.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But I will say his final substitutions at the end, he actually was going for it. I think he was going to.
It's not even that. So they've been sort of like, now I'm not into football at all, but you know, it comes up on the news. They were blasting Gareth Southgate and all of this type of stuff. But I'm thinking, hang on a second. Hasn't he got us to the finals twice now?
Yeah, he has.
Right.
He has.
So all of this, oh yeah, but it's all forgotten about what he did the last time, isn't it? It's all forgotten about slating in this, that, and the other. And I just thought, poor Gareth Southgate. You know what I mean?
Tommy said in Dubai it's mainly shopping, but there are also lots of water sports and water parks and the desert in the desert as well.
The sand dunes and the dune buggies and stuff like that. Yeah.
So that's worth knowing. Because Tommy's rooting for Spain. Well, I did wonder because obviously Tommy's Welsh, so I did wonder that. So
why Spain? If he's Welsh, what's that?
Because Wales and Scotland don't like England, nor do Ireland, so they would rather support. We got the grumpy bit as well. That's why. But I do know. I was going to say, Todd, are you into football thing as well? Because I know that Wales have got a new manager. They've got Craig Bellamy as their new manager, who actually thought was a fantastic player when he was a player. I did really rate him as a player. But I don't know if you were into football, or is it more like the international super, or do you like club football as well? Sam!
Hey, Sam!
Sam, how are you getting on? How are things? Any more news on your Watergate? Health and the Watergate. Richard, hello!
Hey, Richard!
How you doing? Richard said, here's a good deal. If England win, Kenny will buy a meal out. And if England lose, Mark buys a meal out. But if the draw, 90 minutes, both pay what you say. Good idea for your vlogs. Okay. So pay as you play or pay as you win. So it's basically if England win, you pay.
Right.
If Spain win, I pay. Where are we? So all right, okay, interesting. Are you doing Richard? Are you doing any vlogs for the Euros? Tommy said, I'm not into football, but I will back my country and any other country that isn't England all the way. You know, there was a very famous Scottish writer whose name escapes me, and he said, I support two teams, Scotland and whoever plays England. That was his famous quote.
Oh, the bad blood.
Sam said, oh no, Zachary is poorly again. The landlord told me to apply for a grant to get a better bath, but the hot water is finally fixed. Or at least you got some hot water. I'm glad you've got that. How's your pain? Because you said you're in a lot of pain. So I always do this because I'm pointing to your neck pain as well. 5 watching, 2 likes. I think we've got slightly more now, hopefully. Oh, yes, we do.
Hopefully. It was the fault of the other live stream as well. So I managed to cancel the other live stream and we've got this one. But I just wanted to quickly talk about what we've got. So I've gone for my normal caramel frappuccino.
So guys, I've gone for where we are. This one's the new one. What's this one? I've been forgotten.
Yeah, I knew you were going to forget.
I've completely forgotten. Now,
I want to say this is the iced pistachio something.
Yeah, let's get it right. But I had this in the United States and it was really, really good.
This is the iced white chocolate and pistachio oat shaken espresso.
There we are. So I want to try this. And it does. It smells really good. I can really smell the coffee.
Talk about me. Talk about you.
Can you smell the coffee?
Espresso.
Can you also smell the chocolate?
Oh, yeah. And I can smell the pistachio.
Right. Here we go.
I'm working late because I'm a singer.
It's not as good as the American, but it's good.
But we added a syrup in America, didn't we?
No. I had it au natural. The American one had a lot more cream in it, but it's good.
Talking about me, talking about you.
I would recommend that one as well, but drink it fast, because I think the other problem, because I've left it quite a while, the ice does water it down.
But I know, but you know, it's all sunk to the bottom. You have to shake it.
Oh, that's why.
Well,
there we are. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So again, that's the ice, the white chocolate iced espresso oat shake.
pistachio.
And pistachio.
Pistachio.
And Kelly's right. You can taste the pistachio. That is a really nice flavour of.
Yeah.
I didn't think white chocolate and pistachio would go together, but it really does.
Of course. Has anyone tried pistachio croissant? Oh, that's so good. Pistachio and chocolate. Oh,
Richard, I'm going to drink beer every time rice is mentioned, and if Foden, probably a shot. So if every time Declan Rice is mentioned, they mention he goes. So to put it in context, Richard's a West Ham fan, and Declan Rice used to play for West Ham. What will you do though if Jared Bowen comes on? Because that's a West Ham player. What are you going to do? That's really nice. Hi, Tia. How are you?
Hey, Tia. Hope you're well.
Hello, Mark and Kelly. Hope you're well. Hi, everybody.
We are. Thank you.
We are really, really good. I hope you're well too. Any more of your barbecues coming up? Are you going to do one for Sunday for the final? Richard said, ice in coffee. Why coffee shops do this? Cringe. Well, do you know what? Iced coffee is... It was something I never had before, but I really do like it.
I think that the idea is when it's summertime, although we haven't had much of a summer, let's face it. Let's just get it out there. But on those really hot days, but you still want that coffee hit, I think it's a good balance. Like, you don't want to have something hot, but yet you still want that caffeine hit. I think, that iced coffees are really good. Obviously, my Frappuccino, I'm all about the Frappuccino. But again, I'm not a coffee snob. So there we go.
What are you saying? I am.
Well, sometimes you are a coffee snob. But
but what's everybody's take? Does everybody like iced coffee? Do they not? Do you find it weird? Do you like iced tea? Or again, do you find that weird? Let us know.
I love an iced tea.
Do you know what? Since we went to the States,
peach iced tea, I love.
I really got into it.
Yeah, you really did. I mean, I like iced tea anyway, but sometimes I don't like it when they've left the tea bags to steep too long, so you get that aftertaste. But to be fair, I am a little bit of a tea snob. Just saying.
Tommy said pistachio and chocolate is huge here in Dubai. Oh, really? How do they serve it, Tommy? Is it in bars, like a chocolate bar, and then obviously they kind of stick all the pistachios together, bind it with chocolate like a bar, or do they have it in like popcorn where you can just grab it to go? How would you have it?
Or do they put it in a croissant?
Tia said, I'm great, thanks. Good. Lauren!
Hey, Lauren, I hope you're well.
Yes, Lauren, you're right. She said, weather is awful.
I know.
It's not been great. Tommy, you are so lucky where you are, because trust me, it's not great here, the weather at all.
It's just been overcast or raining or both. And sometimes you get 4 seasons in one day. Like, sometimes it can be sunny and then later on be raining, or be raining and then later on it be sunny. And it's just a weird summer we're having. And there's been no like clear, oh yeah, you know, these next couple of weeks are going to be really nice. Let's get the barbecue out and all of that. There's been none of that, which has been quite upsetting, really.
Where are we? Tia said, oh, great, thanks. Good. Lauren said, obviously, it's weather's awful. Richard said, I hate ice mixed in a milkshake. Might as well call it diet milkshake. Well, your fraps are pretty much that. They're milk and ice.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I like slushies. I'm not so big on ice like that in a drink. I don't mind it. I'm not so much for the iced drinks, but I do like the slushy drinks. If you're saying to me, oh yeah, here's a mango colada, I'm drinking it. A mango colada that's like a slushy, What's not to like about a slushy?
Well,
What's not to like about an adult slushy? Yeah, I'm drinking it.
I did read that somewhere. So I won't say the names, but some big brands of fast food joints aren't allowed to call their milkshakes milkshakes. They'll give them other names, and the reason being there's not enough milk content in there to be able to use the term milkshake.
Richard and I were talking about this the other day.
Were you? There you go.
Yeah, like you know, certain shops can't have things, and so they go to the acronym or whatever because they don't contain enough of whatever. And so legally they can't be called that.
So that's why they'll give it a different name. It's not just branding, it's because there isn't enough milk content in there. So like Richard says, they will blend up milk with ice. And then obviously, but because there's so much water content in there, they can't call it milkshake. Tia said, I'm on my way to the Island of Wight this weekend. One of Richard's favorite
places. Richard talks about it all the time. It's definitely one of his favorite places.
Richard, can you recommend any places for Tia to go to on the Island of Wight, especially food places?
Tia, what part of the Isle of Wight are you going to?
There's a donut place that Richard was raving about.
Yeah, raving about it. He said they won awards and stuff like that.
So Tia, Richard, let Tia know. Look at that at the bottom. You go, Tia, Isle of Wight, heart emoji. Lauren said, I need around 35 more subscribers to get to 1,000. So guys, if you'll be obliged, Lauren 345 Berry, she only needs 35 more subscribers. We have subscribed. So if anybody else wants you to help, there you go. There you are, Lauren. A big shout out for you. Tommy said, I don't like any coffee. None at all. My old boss was like that. Wouldn't drink any tea or coffee.
Do you know what? Yeah, there's so many people around who do not drink any hot drinks. They don't like hot drinks whatsoever, so they won't drink. Yeah, I know, you can tell it's almost finished. But yeah, there are so many people who don't like hot drinks. It's quite amazing to me because obviously we live in a country that is quite cold in the winter times, and sometimes even not in the winter times it can be cold. And so not to enjoy hot drinks, and sometimes you know that you get that comforting feeling where you're putting your hands around it and you're just drinking it. But yeah, plenty of people don't like hot drinks.
Lauren said, I like iced tea and coffee, but don't drink iced tea that much, only on the rare occasion. Do you know, to be honest, it isn't that big here in the UK. In the States, everywhere has iced tea. I mean, it was on every menu, but here, not so much. Richard said, I'm a Kenko person. Now, talking of Kenko, there is a place in London Kelly and I want to go to that do weird flavoured ice cream.
Yeah.
Now, Kenko isn't a weird flavour ice cream, but they do have a Kenko ice cream, which I think you would be interested in. They also do vinegar flavoured ice cream, Piccadilly.
Yeah.
Baked bean flavoured ice cream.
Mayo.
Mayonnaise. Was it?
Yeah, mayo. Olive oil.
Olive oil, yeah. Soy sauce.
Soy sauce
flavoured ice cream. I did
some
see that.
weird ice cream flavours. Definitely want to go to that place.
We'll end up spending a fortune in there. But yeah, we do want to go there and get some of these ice creams. So that will be a video down the line somewhere.
Just that you know, so last week I went to Costco. And in Costco I bought a couple of things, but I bought this.
Right.
Now, this was full, right?
I blame your mum. She's clearly come around.
Of course she has. These are pretzel peanut. These are peanut butter pretzels. I bought this on Saturday, was it? And we're already down to half a jar.
Oh, these are so good, guys. So just to let you show.
Oh, can I open it?
Well, no, it's only just to let people see. Go on, have one. So these are pretzels, and I got really addicted to these, as you can see. But if you break inside them, which I'll do,
or you could just bite it.
That's actually peanut butter inside. You can't really see because my head's in the way. But there you go. That's peanut butter inside the pretzel. It's so delicious. It really is. The combo. Do you know what I did today? I had one of these and I put double cream on it.
One.
Only one. Only one.
And we're down to half a jar.
I know, exactly. There's other people coming in. Sorry. Tommy said, I've seen, going back to pistachio and chocolate combo, I've seen it in bars of chocolate. I wonder if, Tommy, as well, would they do anything? You know, like you can get chocolate covered raisins and chocolate covered nuts. Could you do that? I wonder if they do that there.
Chocolate covered pistachios.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if they do that there. It's super humid over here. That's in Dubai. Anything is better than UK's weather right now.
Yeah,
it's just so disappointing. We're now July.
It's disheartening. It's disheartening.
And we've not had. It's been rain here. I don't know with you guys if you've had the same thing, but it's not been great here.
We've the odd day that you get, and you can go out, and you can like just wear a nice t-shirt and all of these. Now, don't get me wrong. On the overcast days, it is warm. Like, I've not needed to wear a coat or anything. But because it's that in-between thing of it could rain, you need to bring something in case it rains. It's just annoying. It's just annoying.
Right. Okay. So, Richard said, Umino is Japanese version of tea and coffee together. It's popular there. Really? You mix tea and coffee? See, I can't imagine that being tasting nice, doing the two combo, but it clearly is if it's popular. Richard was saying about the Isle of Wight. Sandown Pier Cafe has award-winning donuts. That's where it is, Sandown Pier. So Sandown, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that right down the south? But correct me if I'm wrong, Richard. Shanklin, Pencil Cottage has award-winning reviewed ploughmans. Oh, it's a ploughman's salad. There you go.
I can't imagine how a ploughman's can be award-winning.
It's probably the cheese.
Because do you know what? Because it's quite a simple thing.
But so the what's the name of the restaurant on St John's Street? Is it called St John's? That's got there's a restaurant on St John's that do Michelin starred donuts. No, the restaurant is Michelin starred. They don't have a Michelin starred donut. But I would just say if it's come from Michelin star, that's a Michelin starred donut. It is. Kirsty, how are you? Hey, Kirsty, I hope you're well. Evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. We've made it. How are you, Kirsty? You well? We were just talking about food as we usually do. So I've just sampled. That's all that's left of it. Was the white chocolate and pistachio oat shake. Very, very nice. I would recommend that. I would really recommend that. That was nice. It was nice. Should have maybe got a venti. Yeah, I think. Yeah, never mind. Richard said, I'm not a peanut fan, but what's it like? These, and again, we got these. So Kelly went to Costco and bought these. So these are peanut butter pretzels. You can see there, they're quite large. Inside those are peanut butter. Really, really good. Do you want to open them up? We'll try. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shall we? Yeah, we'll do. Excuse me, mister. Oh, yeah, I'm just at home. And then I'm just going to jam down these. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. So there they are. So again, they're like little pillows. Just for science. And inside there is your peanut butter. There you go. Really, really good. I don't know if you can get these anywhere else, but really recommend. No, because they're Kirkland, so it'll be Costco. If there's a Costco near you. Right. Lauren said, my parents nor I have a Costco card, but excuse me, but my carers do. Haven't really been in the store. Well, if you like peanut butter, Lauren, you will love these. Tia said, I would love any recommendations. We're going to ride. I'll be to ride down Shanklin. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So Richard's recommendations, Tia, are Sandown Pier Cafe, which has the award-winning donuts. In Shanklin, they have the Pencil Cottage, which has award-winning reviewed ploughman's lunch, if that's your thing. If that's your thing, yeah. I'm going to Thorpe Park on Monday with the cousins. I took a day off. Oh, wonderful. Nice. Oh, and do you know, you're going at the right time, just before the school breaks up. So I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a really, really nice time. That's nice that you're going with the cousins. Like, yeah. So, like with me, I've got my cousins, and when we get together, it's the cousins that are getting together. And it's just nice when we get together and have fun. Yeah, we saw your cousin yesterday. What was I going to say? So, yeah, are you going to do all the rides, the roller coasters and stuff? Is that what you're planning on doing? Brilliant. We've never been to Thorpe Park. Well, I've never been to Thorpe Park. No, I've been to Thorpe Park a couple of times, but that would have been when I was much, much younger. Yeah, I was going to say, together we haven't been to Thorpe Park. No, we haven't. Richard said, ride Long John's Cafe on the corner. This as fab. It's been there for years. food choice is vast.
Mm.
There you go. Tia, you got the Ride Long John's Cafe. Where are we? Lauren said indoor golf and arcade on Sandown Pier. There you are. Look at these. All these recommendations are coming from the Isle of Wight. Do you know what? I've not been to the Isle of Wight for absolutely years.
No, I haven't. Not for years.
All I can remember from the Isle of Wight was Shanklin. And I do remember the coloured sands. And that's it. That's all I remember from
I just remember shopping on the Isle of Wight, and it was really reasonable.
But this would be a while ago. Richard said, on Ride, Union Street is a great parade and fantastic stores, all nerdy cool things. Wow. What's that name of that? When we went to Rochester, there was that really cool comic book shop.
Oh, I don't know what it's called.
I forget what it's called. It's right on the, I say the Hyde Street. It's quite a small place, but that was really cool. We'd recommend that if I can remember the blooming name.
But that's in Rochester, not in
that's in Rochester. Yeah, you're right.
Not in the Isle of Wight.
Lauren said you can catch the Isle Line train towards Shanklin and Sandown from Ryde Pier Station or Ryde. Excuse me, Ryde St John's Station here. There you are. So you can get the Island Line train towards Shanklin and Sandown from Ryde Pier Station or Ryde. Oh, so you've been? Have you been before? Well, clearly you have, Lauren. Have you been many times before? And did you like Isle of Wight, Lauren? Richard said, note, in Ryde, the hovercraft has a shop that sells hovercraft merch. Yes, you can, because you can get the hovercraft, can't you? From, and St. Cot, have you been to Isle of Wight? Because I think correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure the hovercraft goes from Southampton over to the Isle of Wight.
Oh, right.
Because I know St. Cot's from around Southampton way, so I don't know if you've ever
because I had to go to Portsmouth. To get the hovercraft. To go Portsmouth.
I'm sure you can get it from Southampton too. But St. Cot will correct me if I'm wrong. Thanks, Richard. That's a really good tip as well. And thanks, Lauren. Lauren said carers won't really let us in the store. Okay. Leash, how you doing?
Hey, Mama Lamb.
Are you ready for your big party tomorrow?
Anyway,
Richard said, do Thorpe Park still have that legend huge foot-long ice cream?
I don't know, but the thing that I remember the most about Thorpe Park, and this is how many years ago I went, they used to have like a dome cinema. So it was like a dome cinema, and you had to stand and they would show you roller coasters, and it was like you were on the, and I thought it was wild. I thought it was the best thing that I'd ever seen. I was just like, and it stayed with me for many years. Obviously now you have simulators, blah blah blah, but back then that wasn't a thing. And so to do something like that was just to fool your senses. It was wild.
Was it like a simulator, or was it like a 3D type?
No, it was just, you were just standing in a room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just a dome. Like it was. So the cinema curved like this, and it went quite high. And you just had to stand there, and they would play, and it would fool your mind into. It was a little bit like soaring, but on the floor.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
But you were just standing.
When was this, in the 80s or 90s?
No, 80s.
Wow, so that's quite advanced technology for them.
Yeah, but in the 80s,
Where are we? So can anybody know who's going to Thorpe Park? Lauren might be the best person to ask. Do Thorpe Park still have that legend, huge, foot-long ice cream?
You just read that one.
No, I know, but I'm just repeating the question to Lauren, really, because I think Lauren's been, or anybody else that's been. Sandown Pier, says Richard, has the best crazy golf ever.
I'm not really into crazy golf. Just saying.
When we went to Florida, there's a really good crazy golf one there as well, where it looks really good, but we haven't played it because I know you don't like it.
No, I've played it.
Well, I haven't.
But we played. So a friend of mine, who has sadly now passed away, we kind of lost touch, and we sometimes we messaged each other, but not often in the later years. And we went and we did that golf, and Evelyn will remember because Evelyn we were there.
Talking of Evelyn, hello Evelyn,
hey.
She just joined us.
And we did the mini golf, but it was too long. I think if we had done a few holes, it would have been okay. But we did this long game, and by the end of it, I was thinking this is boring. So yeah, but it was private. I mean, it looks amazing, but there's only so many times I can hit a ball into a hole.
Where are we? Lauren said, I'm doing all the rides at Thorpe Park. I have access, I have a ride access pass, so I'll be able to get on the rides quicker without queuing for a long time. Even better, straight on the rides, Lauren. We'll be asking you what you thought of the rides next time we do the live after Thorpe Park. So I'll be interested to see what you think about that. Leash goes, eating the pretzels I recommended.
We are eating the pretzels that Alicia recommended.
Look how many Kelly's eating, Alicia. Right. Eye emoji, eye emoji, eye emoji, eyes emoji. Lauren said, no, Mum told me, Richard, this will be my first time to Thorpe Park. Oh, sorry, right. So I thought you'd been before. Right, okay. But I've been to Isle of Wight a few times. Richard says, South Sea to ride hovercraft takes 10 minutes. Has 2 turbo engines each side.
Oh, wow.
Well, I was going to say 10 minutes is really quick. I was going to say across the channels, not it was the English channel, yeah. Even said hello. Richard said, I have been to Isle of Wight all my life. Talk to IOW community Isle of Wight community every day. 2018 won the Isle of Wight cozy play. Cosplay? Sorry, cosplay. I always call it cozy play. Cosplay. Did you? What did you dress as? What were you? Did you go as a superhero? St. Cot said, I have been but a few years ago. There is a ferry and a hydrofoil catamaran from Southampton.
Yeah, because I used to take the catamaran across. But so I got to Portsmouth one time and I had to take the hovercraft. And so I jumped on and my stepdad was meant to be waiting for me at one pool. Anyway, he was waiting there. And when I got there, I couldn't see him. And I was just like, oh, blah, 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 like, where are you? And of course, that was at a time when phones weren't that prevalent. And somebody said to him, oh, she ain't taking the catamaran across. Oh, that's at the other blah, blah, blah. So he had to then drive to the other place. So the hovercraft at that time, I don't know if it's any different, but at that time, the hovercraft would come in one place and the catamaran would go in another place. And I just hopped on whatever one because obviously I would know. Yeah. He would know. No one know. Just
England's
get on.
over there. We'll just go over there.
Just get on. Yeah.
Yeah. So even said, "Oh, R.I.P."
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Lauren said, "Red funnel goes to the Isle of Wight from Southampton. Hovercraft from Southsea, but the white link from Portsmouth." Oh. There you go. So there's your free mode of transportation right there. Have fun on the Isle of Wight, said Richard. Even said crazy golf can be a little bit boring.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. It depends how many holes you're going to play.
It was okay. The few a few holes was brilliant, but I think we ended up playing 18 or something like that. And towards the end, I was just like, oh my god, this is so boring. But the first few was I found fun. But then it got to that point, you know, when it gets to that point and you're just thinking, oh, this is a bit too long. And then, oh, no, we've got another few holes. We've got another few holes. And I was just like, oh, my God. But, yeah, there are so many people that do love crazy golf. I'm just not one of them.
Where are we? Tia said, oh, I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, Richard, for all the suggestions. I really appreciate it.
Aww.
I'm hoping to find an old... what are you trying to find? An old sweet shop. When you said, oh, I thought, where are you going with this, Tia?
A ye oldie sweet shop.
They
get a quarter of.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure you'll find one out there. Richard, do you know, or Lauren, do you know of any sweet shop in the Isle of Wight, ye oldie ones that Tia could go to?
Sorry, I was going to say years ago, again when I was growing up, used to go to an old sweet shop and they would have jars of sweets and you could get a quarter of. Because back in the day, they weren't doing it in ounces. Now, when you're going to the shop, they're asking me how many ounces. How do I know how many ounces? I just want a quarter of pearl drops or a quarter of, do you know what I mean? Cola cubes or whatever. And there is a shop online that is actually called A Quarter Of, which actually does sell the old type sweet shops, you know, jars and stuff. And it's actually called A Quarter Of because when we were growing up, that's what it's called. Can I get a quarter of this? Can I get a quarter of that? Not an ounce of this and an ounce of that. What's that? I'm not baking a cake. Anyway.
Talking about ye oldie sweet shop, if you could go into a ye oldie sweet shop, anybody, and have any sweet you wanted, but you're only allowed one, what would it be? Me, peanut brittle. Love peanut brittle.
The fangs.
Oh yeah, the little the
Yeah, or if I had to go for one, pink and white mushrooms.
Okay, that would be yours. So, guys, what would yours be if you're only allowed to one? What is your favourite ye olde sweet? Put it in the chat. I thought you meant Loggers Leap, said Lauren. Oh no, I think what he's talking about is the foot-long ice cream. I didn't know that they did a foot-long ice cream until Richard said. That's not at the Thought Park anymore. Anyway, never heard of the big ice cream statue, probably before my time. So I don't know if they still do it, if they still do a foot-long bit of ice cream. That's a lot of ice cream.
That is a lot of ice cream.
Leisha said, crazy golf is only fun when you're drinking.
Yeah, do you know what? There's probably a lot of things to that, yeah.
Thank you, Lauren, says Tia. Richard said, I went as Papa Lazarou from League of Gentlemen.
Yeah.
The bus ride from Sandown to Newport to Cowes. There's a bit of cosplay. Everyone knew you'd won. Word travels fast.
You're my wife now.
Do you know what? I was guessing you were going to go as Scream because I've seen you do videos as you as the Scream mask, but brilliant. You managed to win that. Portsmouth to Isle of Wight, go to Ride. So thank you, said Tia. Southampton to Isle of Wight, you go to Cowes. Cowes obviously being in the Isle of Wight. Lauren says Southampton to Isle of Wight, you go. No, I've said that one. Every time I go to Isle of Wight, said Richard, I'm recognised right away. Really? You're a bit of a celeb, are you? In the Isle of Wight. Have you ever made the local newspaper? Lauren said there's also buses you can catch around the Isle of Wight. You can catch a bus to Osborne House from Ride. Oh, Osborne House. Now, wasn't Osborne House? It's quite famous. Isn't that where Queen Victoria used to stay when she was in the Isle of Wight?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was right. Lauren said there's a co-op in Ride. Right. Favourite sweets? Leisha said Cola Cubes.
Yeah. Cola Cubes is a popular one.
Cola Cubes. I'm going to say I do like Cola Cubes. And they are literally cubes, aren't they? They're little cubes of Coke. They're nice. I don't know why though. I love that combo brittle, peanut brittle, but also I did like sesame seed brittle.
To be fair though, those come in jars. The ones that I chose normally came in a 10p mix. So I haven't chosen from a jar. If I had to choose from a jar, so there used to be, and I've never seen them since. But there used to be these pink sweets, and they were like pillows. They look like round pillows with little knobs on. And when you bit into them, they were crunchy, but it was chewy mint inside. And I used to love them. I thought they were really good. So I'd probably, if I was talking about a jar, it probably would have been those. And there was like so many. But yeah, it would be that or Cola Cubes. I used to get aniseed twists, Cola Cubes, Pips, spearmint chews, the mint pillow ones, small round pillow pink ones that I used to get, which were mint inside. Very similar to humbugs. Very similar to that kind of thing, but pink. Bonbons, strawberry bonbons.
Leisha just said strawberry bonbons. I'm just reading that. Leisha says strawberry bonbons.
Strawberry bonbons.
Richard said an older Isle of Wight joke. What comes out of Cows backwards?
I don't know.
The ferry. But Cows is the place.
Oh, I see.
You see.
I didn't. It went over my head.
Straight over your head. Oh, just quickly though, just while we say, because I just wanted to ask as well. Where are we? Sorry, I've lost my place. I've completely lost my place.
That's too far.
No, that's too far. There we are. Sam, so I just wanted to quickly ask you, how is Zachary feeling now? Is he feeling a little bit better? I had that on my to-do list and then I got distracted by sweets. So I hope he's feeling a little bit better. Do send on our little guys, the little man. Lauren said, never heard of Cola Cubes. I only know cola bottles.
Oh yeah, cola bottles. But they were never.
Explain to Lauren what Cola Cubes are.
So Cola Cubes, and you could get them. You could get two different types of Cola Cubes. So you could get the ones with the sugar; they were sugared, or you could get the ones that were not sugared. And basically, they were square cubes that tasted of cola. They were like a hard-boiled sweet, but then would be chewy in the middle. And so that's what they were. They were just small square cubes. You can still get them now. But I haven't seen the plain ones. I've only seen the sugared ones, and that's what they were. The other thing, so Cola again, things like cola bottles, and I briefly saw that St. Cot says blackjacks. Does he say?
Yeah.
Stuff like the blackjacks were normally in the 10p mixes. I'm just trying to think, could you get them in jars? Because there was that, and then there was the fruit salad. Again, I think they were in the 10p mix rather than in the jars. But yeah, I mean, if you're talking about the 10p mixes, yeah, for me, it was definitely the fangs or the pink and white mushrooms, or sometimes fish and chips. I used to love the white chocolate fish and chips, or sometimes the cigarettes.
Oh yeah,
there were cigarettes back then.
Yeah, you couldn't make them now, but
you can't.
Yeah, absolutely not.
But they also had chocolate versions of those cigarettes. But do you know what? So this is before a lot of your times. If you had broken sweets, you could get them for 0.5p.
Really?
Yeah. So you could go in with 0.5p.
You're showing your age now.
I know, you could go in with 0.5p, and if you had loads of so this was in the time when you could actually buy sweets, right? Because they'd be like a penny. You can't get a 10p mix now. They don't exist. 10p. I went into the shop, I'll get a 10p mix. Anytime I used to get myself something, I used to get my brother and my sister 10p mix. They're like 50p. Now it's not. Forget it. If you think you're going to get 50p mix, you're not. Them things don't exist.
Right, let me just catch up a little bit. Richard said you can't milk cows, east or west. Even said the latest crazy golf I went to, we were drinking. The last crazy golf I went to, we were drinking, but there were so many other players, I sobered up. It took that long to go around. Yeah. Right, so people sweet things. Here we go. Lauren said Haribo. Oh, which one in particular? Is there certain Haribos you like?
Or just a mix of Haribo?
Even said the eggs. So the little fried eggs that you could get.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking, what eggs are you talking about? Yeah, but the fried eggs.
Shrimps.
Oh, yeah, the pink shrimps.
Pink shrimps. I remember them. They're almost like foamy. And
I
rings.
I didn't really love that. Yeah, rings.
And the little rings you could get.
Which you get in Haribo.
St. Cot said blackjacks and fruit salad chews.
Yeah.
Now, St. Cot.
We were talking about that, yeah.
St. Cot. If you ever come to London, and I hope you get to go, if you go to the Chesterfield, you'll see it in our video. Yeah. The Chesterfield do a fruit salad sweet flavored tea, and it tastes just like it. It's absolutely amazing. Check out our video. We do show, and also all the cakes.
This is St. Cot you're talking about. He would have done. Watch that video.
No. Let me finish. So, and all the cakes are done in that style. So all the different refreshers and those types of things.
Yeah, if you like it, or if you like the idea of afternoon tea and you like the idea of old sweet shops, the Chesterfield afternoon tea, if you want to go check out the video, is definitely one for you to watch and go to, because they, at the end, when you've eaten, you can actually go and choose 3 sweets and they'll fill up a bag for you of said 3 sweets. But they're amazing. I mean, if they have like a cola bottle cake and like a refreshers cake and all of this, and it's all it's all sweet shop themed. I feel it's a bit sad in the sense that they used to change their afternoon teas, but now they've just stuck to the sweet shop theme.
They do
which is a shame, because they used to do a bee one, they used to do a Willy Wonka one. They used to do all different ones, which is quite nice. But yeah, for sure, St. Cot, I think it would be perfect for you, because you like the afternoon tea and you like sweet shop stuff. It would be perfect afternoon tea for you, for sure.
Lisa said, Frosties. I've never tried these. They were my favourite 10p sweets.
What's Frosties?
The only Frosties I know is the breakfast cereal.
Yeah, I don't know Frosties.
Oh, pear drops. I remember those.
That's what I was saying earlier on, pear drops.
I have not had those for years.
Pear drops and pips.
Lauren said Starburst. Yes, I like Starburst.
Yeah, opal fruits.
There used to be opal fruits before your time, Lauren.
Before your time, yeah.
Alicia said rhubarb and custard.
I was never a lover of rhubarb and custard, for sure.
But I hate rhubarb, but I don't mind those sweets. Bassett's wine gum and licorice, all sorts.
Do you know
really,
what?
Lauren?
Bassett's wine gums, I really do like. Licorice all sorts was always a hit and miss for me. Bertie Bassett, wasn't it? Is the guy?
Yeah. Oh, Nicholas has joined us.
Hi,
Nicholas. Sorry, Nicholas.
How are you?
How are you doing? Nice to join it. He said, "Hi guys, can you please do a?" Oh, Nicholas, I'm sorry. I may have. I'm assuming in Mel. Sorry, I don't want to misgender.
Yeah.
hi guys, can you do a breakfast buffet review of the Premier Inn?
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll put that on our list.
I actually have. I've not done a review on it, but I actually have been to one. But yes, I will look for one, and we'll go to one, and we'll do a review on it.
We have tried the Travel Lodge breakfast, but we've never filmed it. But the Premier Inn, that also funny you should say that. Charlie did ask us to do that. Well, no, it was Keegan, I think. Oh, that's Frosty's.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Do you want to? Oh no, actually, you can't.
No.
You can't show the photograph.
No.
No.
Oh, I can do if I give me a sec.
All right, we'll do that. Never heard it. Thanks, Leisha. I've never ever heard of this. Where are we? But no, thank you for letting us know. We will definitely have a look into that. Because I do think Kelly and I were saying actually we do need to do more breakfast reviews.
Yeah, we were saying, yeah, I was saying to you, like, I think breakfast reviews would be quite a good one.
Where are we? So oh, Richard said, I found the biggest cause of my headache is chewy sweets.
Oh,
is it the sweets or do you think it's the sugar? That's what's giving you the sugar rush. Maybe it's that. I know what you mean. Sometimes if I eat a lot of sugar, I get a headache with it, or sugary stuff, I should say. Tia said, what's everybody's favorite childhood sweet? Now, I think a lot of you have mentioned them already. There's quite a few in there, actually. Here we go.
Hold on.
Got to be careful to show.
Yeah.
We only do this because we just want to protect people's personal. Sometimes it will show the person's name on there. So I have never seen these before, Frosties.
No.
I have never, ever seen these. Cola flavour, spelled with a K.
But Alicia was just saying that it's like cola cubes.
Okay. Oh, she loves her cola cubes. I was going to say that makes a lot. If you like your cola cubes, you're going to like those.
I had to take some pictures of a guy today, and it's only now when I'm thinking of it, Mark's looking at my phone, and he's probably thinking, "Why is she taking pictures of this guy?" But I had to take pictures of a guy.
I'll let that go. Lauren said, right, we've got a few that Lauren's come up with some ones. Drumsticks.
Yes, I like drumsticks. Yeah, and it's actually one of the options that you can choose at the afternoon tea sweet shop at the Chesterfield.
Yeah, I was just about to say exactly that. So it's actually fact. If you look at our video, one of the what they're called? What's going to call them meringues? God, it's macarons. Macarons are refreshers.
Yeah, and you know what, Elsa? No, because refreshers is not the same as the.
Oh no, she just said refreshers. That's why I got the thing in there.
I love refreshers, and you can get them in the smaller sweets, but they used to do them in the long, and then you would chew it, and it would like a cheese pull, and it would have a real pull to it. Yeah.
So Lauren said drumsticks, refreshers, and Chewits. I remember Chewits.
Chewits, you can still get Chewits, and Chewits and Frutella for me were very similar. But I would eat Chewits or Frutellas. I love Frutellas.
Love Hearts, said Lawrence, as another one.
Not really a fan of the Love Hearts. Yeah.
Tia said, oh, Chewits is mine. Oh my God, it's so good. There you are.
Yeah, I love the Chewits, love the Frutella.
We found Tia's weakness. Kirsty said, coconut mushrooms.
Yeah, I was never a lover of coconut
nice.
I was never a lover of coconut mushrooms.
No, definitely coconut mushrooms.
Yeah,
God, nice choice, Kirsty. Very good choice. When somebody calls it Starburst, said Tia, I get offended. You're definitely an opal fruits girl.
Opal fruits, that's what they were. Opal fruits. Like a marathon we always do it as a marathon. Now Snickers.
Yeah. Lawrence, yeah, that's true. Lawrence said Parma Violets. Oh no, I'm not.
No. Now
sorry,
Parma Violets were an acquired taste.
I totally agree with Kelly. They are very strong.
I got you, St. Cot, and I can't remember what they were.
Chupa Chups, which is another one, which is the lolly.
Chupa Chups is and you can still get them.
St. Cot said Spangles.
Spangles, that's what I'm just
Do you know what, St. Cot? When you said that, I read it as bangles, as in the walk like an Egyptian.
Were Spangles though like Pez?
Is that right?
I'm looking at Spangles now.
Kirsty said Pips. My little boy loves them, Lauren. Parma Violets, and the only place I can find them is in Asda. Really? He likes Parma Violets. I always find Parma Violets have like a really strong, almost like perfumey taste to them. That's one of the things. And it's one thing when you used to buy the my mum used to buy these assorted sweets bags. And like my brother and I would leave the Parma violets. That's the one thing we didn't want to touch. You had this bag where you were left with Parma violets. In the end, we'd eat them because it was always left.
Spangles, they were fit. Now I remember these spangles.
I don't remember spangles.
I only vaguely remember them, only vaguely, because they weren't really the sweets that I would buy. Spangles. I'm just trying to look for a good image of them, but yeah, I liked Pacers, and I used to eat Pacers all the time. And I'd go to shop, and then all of a sudden they didn't do Pacers anymore, and I was just like, what? And I never ever knew what actually happened to Pacers.
Oh yes, and Cot said they're boiled sweets with different flavors. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one.
yeah.
Kirsty, I'm really surprised though. Your little boy loves Parma violets. I was going to say,
yeah, because it's such an acquired taste.
But there you are. He's got the acquired taste,
right?
Lauren said Gareth Bellina.
Oh yeah, that's the actor that she talks about.
Okay. Evelyn said, "Oh, I don't like wine gums." Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them.
I love wine gums, and there used to be ones that used to be called American wine gums, but they were hard, but then they get chewy. But I can't eat them in case they just take my teeth out one day, because as you get older, your teeth get more fragile and all of this, and you can't eat them toffee things anymore. You can't eat them sort of like sticky, toffee things as much as you used to.
Nicolaus said, so Nicolaus said that the actual fact that the Premier Inn has the best pan au chocolat as they are warm. Oh, that's interesting. Is it, Nicholas, is it a buffet at Premier Inn, or is it can you only go up like for one thing and have it?
Now you're talking bold words here, because I can tell you here and now, the best, but to be fair, it's a mixture of almond and chocolate croissant is actually from Rome.
Well, Nicolaus, this says that they have the best pan au chocolat there, so we have to try this.
We have to try it, because now you're talking bold words, so we're gonna have to try it for sure.
And it's a shame actually, Charlie and Keegan aren't on,
because
they love going to Premier Inn as well. And funny enough, they've been saying to us we must go to Premier Inn breakfast. We will have to look at it. Is there a Premier Inn near us?
Yes.
Right, okay, so we'll look at that.
Yes.
Thank you for the recommendation, though. We do appreciate it.
I definitely want to do more breakfast videos, more breakfast and more brunches. And there is a brunch that I want to go to that I spoke to Mark about. I went to the Sunday one, and I really want to try the Saturday one. And so one Saturday or Sunday, because Sunday was pretty good, Mark will lose his mind. He will go. He will lose his mind when we go. Because they do all of these eggs Royale, eggs Florentine, eggs Benedict. He won't eat the Benedict, but he will eat the Royale and the Florentine. Then they do waffles, fresh made in front of you, by the way. They do all these waffles. They do crackers and cheese. They do a plethora of salads. Let me tell you, some of them salads they're the best salads I've tasted. And salads, it takes a lot to make a salad taste good, but salads were so nice. I was just like, oh my god! And they had like a plethora of starters, and it was just so nice. It's very I don't know if any of you. It's quite an old video called Malmaison. So we went to a place called Malmaison, and they did something very similar. But this is a much better scale than what Malmaison did. I don't think Malmaison does it anymore, but this place is so much better. I was losing my mind as I was I'm gonna have some of this and if I had a big appetite, I would have eaten a lot more. But I did try to, but some of them salads. So I'm thinking about dreaming about it now.
So we will be doing this in a video coming up. So we will keep posted. We will be doing this place, I think,
for sure.
But Nicolaus has challenged us to do the Premier Inn, so that's something else
we'll look at.
So
for sure.
So just bear in mind, guys, we do have quite a few videos to get through on our Florida trip, but they will be running out soon. So we are filming already for the next batch of stuff to do. Kirsty said, yes, Frosty tastes exactly like old school Coca-Cola cubes, but in a packet like a fruit pastels.
Right.
Excellent. Well, thank you. So again, this is what I love about these chats, because You introduced us to stuff we'd never heard of.
Or reminisce about stuff that we used to have.
Lauren said double dip. Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah.
In the little packet
Yeah,
sachet.
yeah. I couldn't get on with those, though. I couldn't get on with those, like dib dabs and, double dips and stuff. I couldn't get on with them.
Where are we? Even said jawbreakers.
Jawbreakers, yeah.
I was never into because they do.
Yeah, and you would have this big ball in your mouth because you're just waiting. There was that, and
like
there was
hamster.
There was that, and there was daredevils. So daredevils were really hot. There was that, and what's the other hard boiled round thing that Willy Wonka talks about? Gobstoppers.
Yeah.
So there used to be things like gobstoppers, and there used to be things like jawbreakers and daredevils. And daredevils were the really hot ones. And we used to, like, you weren't allowed to have sweets in primary school. But yeah, every morning, not every morning, but some mornings, we'd go to the sweet shop and buy sweets and, like, take them to school and stuff like that. Even though we knew we weren't allowed to, but we'd still sneak these sweets in. We were mad.
Right, let me catch up a little bit. So Kirsty said, pastels, you're just correcting your spelling. Not wrong. Tia said you can get broken biscuits. Can you still do that?
Yeah, you can still get broken biscuits.
I didn't know that. I thought they stopped doing that.
No, you can.
Oh, so Cot said obviously about Spangles being
boiled sweets, with different flavors.
Kirsty said Parma violets taste like soap. Yeah, I agree. It's such a perfumey taste, but he's one of the few people on the planet that
bless him.
Right, Lauren said Werther's original. Yes. Now, when we went to the States, there were loads of versions of that, which you can't get here.
So when you go to the Germany pavilion and you go into the shop, they have all these different types of Werther's products.
You can win Parma violets in claw machines. They still do that.
Wow.
We'd have to check that when we go to Brighton. Candy sticks and dib dab, said Lauren. Sam said, sorry, I've missed most of tonight's live. Monkey's now in bed.
Oh, bless him.
And I'm a very hot bath. Loved it. It sounds like you got the hot water sorted, which is good. And
she said the hot water was sorted.
We did ask if he's okay. So we hope, we really do hope Zachary's okay. We're just thinking of you actually and making sure he's okay. So I do hope he's feeling a bit better. Lauren asked if you got your hot water fix. Love some heart emojis from Kirsty there. Oh, you like Parma violets? That's two.
That's two people loving Parma violets.
The second person on the planet, Lauren, that likes it. Leisha said, when my mum was pregnant with me, she ate wine gums. When I was born, the midwife noticed my birthmark was a diamond shape. Mum said she used to eat all the diamond ones first. That's where it was. Look at that.
Isn't that so weird?
Good job she didn't eat polo mint. She just had this like big white.
So my parents would make sweets again. So like my mum would rub her hands together and then she'd open her hands and there was like a wine gum there. And I'd be like, I'd be so happy. And I'd go, Mum, do it again. Or like, but it was usually my dad that would do the tricks. But obviously, clearly, my mum on this occasion, she did the trick. But yeah, that's what my mum and dad used to do. They used to do sort of like little magic tricks and food would appear, sweets would appear from somewhere. So yeah.
Oh, I was doing that to I can't always say the name, but one of the children at one of your mum's party, and I was pretending to pull sweets from his ear, but he was going around doing this, trying to get sweets from him. Juicy drop pop. I've not heard of that, and a brain liquor. Said these are Lauren's suggestions.
Oh no,
Lauren, what are these? I've not heard of these.
No.
Now you see, this is the thing. You're making me feel old now because I don't know these ones. My hot water tank is fixed now. Thank you, Lauren. Oh, good. I'm glad. So glad. Yeah. Jawbreakers and the hot ones, firecrackers.
The ones that I used to get were called daredevils. But yeah, jawbreakers and daredevils. Yeah.
Firecrackers, I don't think I've had. I've seen.
No, I've not seen the firecrackers.
Glad you got it fixed.
But you know the one I used to get is the popping candy, and then you'd go.
Yeah, and then the popping.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Where are we? Lauren said, "Oh, you're glad you got it fixed." Hi, Kirsty said, "Sam, toxic waste sherbet."
Yes, I do remember toxic waste. I never ate it though.
Richard said, "Good night." Oh, you're off to bed. Good night, Richard.
Night, Richard.
Sleep well.
Night, Richard.
He said, "Go to bed early." You'll see me soon on my vlogs. All right.
Okay.
Take care. We'll look out for those. Take care, Richard. Candy King pick a mix. Candy King pick a mix. That's easy for me to say.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that one?
Candy King. I think that's the one at the moment. The stores with the reputation.
Okay. So these are what the American.
I think so. It's the American sweet stores, I believe.
Do you go to the American sweet stores, Lauren?
I don't go to the American sweet stores. Just the ones with the pink. That's it. Yeah, don't go to them.
We'll see if Lauren does. Lauren said M&M's. Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Candy necklace. Oh, I remember those.
Yeah. I would get them and I'd put them. Yeah, and I'd put them out because you got the bracelets as well and stuff like that.
That's right. It's the bracelet. I remember the bracelets. Gummy burger and gummy pizza.
Yeah. I had those. Yeah, not the pizza ones, but the burger one.
Sam said, I love my incense, and the last pack I got had violet in it. I thought I'd hate it, but it smells divine.
I think the smell of violets are probably nice, but not the taste of violets.
Well, the thing is as well, like I said, as Kirsty was saying, because they do taste like soap. It's got that, but it's that thing. It's a perfume smell, and a perfume, to me, it's a perfume taste.
Well, I wonder if it's like, so there's a thing in the brain that when people eat coriander, it tastes like soap for them. So I wonder if the people who eat Parma violets, they have something where it doesn't taste like soap to them, but for us it tastes like soap.
Right, so let me just quickly read Charlie's comment. I'm going to go back to other people's comments. So Charlie said, we just had a Starbucks built 10 minutes up the road from our house in Scunthorpe. Have you been yet, Charlie? Ooh. And Charlie, I just wanted to ask you, would you recommend the breakfast at the Premier Inn? Because Nicholas has just recommended that too, but would you recommend it as well? Just because I saw your comment there. So Lauren said, edible money. Do you mean the coins? I remember the
the coins, yeah.
Juicy drop box is like a juice lolly. I've not heard of that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the sweet necklace.
Is that the triangle one? Is that the triangle one? You chuck it in the freezer and then, yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's almost like a pyramid.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
The sweet necklaces. Yeah, the brain liquor is a candy liquor. Is it like, when you say candy liquor, it's like a lollipop? Tesco's has Candy King, right? Okay. Sometimes you do go to the American sweet shop.
Yeah, American sweet shop is okay, but not the brand that is going around at the moment.
That's the one in London.
Yeah,
so you'll see that they got purple facades on
them.
Pink.
Yeah, pink or purple. Yeah.
Slush puppy sweets. Are these new?
I've not tried.
So just to let you guys know, so we did, for one of our barbecues, we did actually buy a slush puppy machine. Now it's only a small thing. Now there's a shop called Menkind, which actually shows gadgets and stuff. So we
and retro things.
That's right. And we did buy it from one of these Menkind shops.
No, we didn't. We got it from B&M.
Oh, was it B&M? Oh yes, you're right. So we got it from B&M.
B&M had a deal on them. So Menkind do sell it, but B&M had a really good deal on it. And so I bought it from B&M and then bought all the products. And they also did the lollies as well, the ice poles, sorry. And so I bought a load of the ice poles. They were like £1 and I chucked them in the freezer. And sometimes when the nephews come round and they'll eat those ice poles, they love it.
So if you do buy this, if anybody ever does it for the gimmick part, which is what we did do, what it does is the machine comes with it looks like a blender really, and it crushes the ice and just keeps it swirling around. Now they also come with I think it comes with one at the time, but you can buy extra flavors that you pour in. Now it will give you a recommended amount. I poured the recommended amount in, but all the kids said it was far too sweet.
Yes.
So I would do just a partial of it and then just try it, and that you can add more.
And then you can add more, because once you add too much, you can't take it away. So we'll have it in and add a little bit, then add a little bit, then try it. Don't add it's like when you have your hair cut, you don't get it cut too short because they can't put it back. So cut a little bit off, have a look, cut a little bit off, have a look. Do you know what I'm saying?
There you go. But didn't you Ninja are now doing a slushy machine?
Mm-hmm. So it popped up on my TikTok yesterday. I was like, oh, Ninja. And in my mind, I was thinking, oh, my mango colada or my pina colada or something like that. So yeah, that would be quite a nice slushy to have if we actually had a summer.
Well, Kenny and I were looking at so Ninja also do a electric barbecue. So it's a barbecue you can actually use indoors.
We don't know if you can actually use it indoors. We don't know.
Well, you plug it in, so I'm assuming you can. But anyway, so we did want to buy one of those, but we haven't, because our barbecue has broken. So we haven't got any means to barbecue. Apart from, I've got a very old barbecue at the back, but
we've got a large one that we can use.
Rusted to anything. So
the large one?
Yeah. It's been out there years.
I know, but we used it last year?
No, we didn't. No, we used the one that broke.
The small one.
Yeah, okay. we didn't. We used a lot, but it's very, very rusty. It's okay to use because I keep the grills indoors, so we just wash it, because you're just going to grill on those. But the barbecue itself has seen better days. So
we might have to put it out in the front.
So if anybody does have a barbecue that they recommend, do please let us know in the chat, because that could be one we were looking at. But we were looking at this one. It's not a huge thing, but it's enough for us too.
They do two sizes, so they do a bigger one and a smaller one.
So yeah, sorry, that was Lauren. That was you inspired us with the slush puppy sweet. Edible paper notes, she was saying as well.
So edible paper, like rice paper.
Yeah, like rice paper.
Yeah. Did you ever get those? I used to have them, but you could get different colors. But they're the same things that they use for sherbet spaceships.
Lauren said, no, it's not the pyramid. That's an ice lolly. This is different. Leash has got to go. Bye, Leash. Take care. Right, I'm off, guys. Enjoy the rest of your life. She's off. Zachary said, I've been in. Sorry, this is Sam now. I said not Zachary. I had Zachary on my mind, so when I saw it, I saw you. Sam said, unless this is Zachary or texted. Sam said, I've been invited to an American road trip that would start in Salem. Do you think I'd feel safe in the UK and in the USA?
Yes. So when you say you're
Wow, Sam.
What was where?
Let me read it again. Invited? I've been invited to an American road trip that would start in Salem.
Okay, so the road trip is it? What you need to do is Google to see if the company is a reputable company. And if it is, yes, you will start off in Salem. It'd be spooky, blah, blah, blah. I've known people.
Salem's lot.
Yeah, I know people that have gone to Salem for and looked where the witch trials were and all of that type of stuff. And it's very, I'm told it's like you can feel. But where is the road trip to? So you're going to Salem. Is that your ending spot? Are you hitting other places on the way? And all of that type of stuff, or is it you're just going to Salem?
Yeah, I've got to say, I have never. I mean, Kenny and I just go to the main tourist areas, really.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to anywhere, that I felt might be dodgy. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Even there, so the places that we've been to, they do say stick to certain places. I've never ever felt really threatened in the States. So when we've been to Vegas, Florida, New York, it's never been. I mean, Vegas has its real dodgy parts.
Well, there was one time I did feel a little bit unsafe in New York when we were on the tube, sorry. And there was that guy. That's the only time really that I felt unsafe, to be quite honest. But I feel as long as you're staying in the tourist areas, and seeing as it's a road trip, like through a company, I'm guessing, then I think you're good to go. You just need to Google to see what type of a company it is. Is it a reputable company? But yeah, I mean, a road trip sounds amazing. There was another time that I did feel a little bit unsafe. And so when I went to Florida the very first time, so this is back in 97, and I went with a friend of mine. And at that time, I was quite immature because I never sort of experienced life, if that makes sense. I was a bit naive and all of that type of stuff. A friend of mine, so she wanted to go on holiday. She goes, you pick. And so obviously I picked Florida. So we had 3 nights in a Disney hotel, and that was fine because we didn't have a car. And when you go to America, it's like a real big car. It's very car driven, pardon the pun. But yeah, it's very car. They're all about cars. They're not really about walking. And so anyway, went to Florida. That was fine because we had buses taking us up and down and all of that type of stuff. So it was okay. But she didn't want to just stay where we were. She wanted to travel. So we decided to go to Cocoa Beach. We hadn't, and the internet and stuff wasn't prevalent at that time. So I couldn't find out about these places and stuff like that. So what we did, being 2 naive girls, we just got a cab to take us to the Greyhound. And we'd only heard about the Greyhound. and it was this bus station, and I didn't feel safe in this bus station. And I was just like, oh my God. And so I remember calling my mum, and she was in Paris at the time. My mum was like, well, just get on the plane and come and see us. But it was like £2,000 to fly to Paris. So I couldn't do that. I couldn't afford that. Anyway, I got on the bus with my friend, and she was fine about it. But I was just like, oh my God, I was dressed in Disney head to toe. I had big bags, and I was just looked like a blatant tourist. And then we got to the destination, which was in Daytona. And we got off at the bus, and it just looked like one of those typical movies where you end up in this town, and it was just awful. And so what I did, so the phone box there was for hotels. We just pulled one off. I just rang the hotel. Go, yeah, you're coming now, right? Yeah, you sure you're coming right now? And I was going, yeah, we're gonna be there. And I hung up the phone. Anyway, we got in a cab. It was like this old, it was one of them movies where it was an old battered cab and all of this. And inside, I was panicking. I was like really panicking. And in the end, it just came out. He goes, "Oh, is the place we're going to really safe?" He goes, "No, the part of town you're going to is not safe." And I was like, "Can you take me to a safe area, please?" And so they drove us to another area, which they called the mainland. And so we got there, and he took us to a Best Western, and all of a sudden I said to the hotel reception, "Is it safe here?" Like, I sounded like a crazy man. "Is it safe here?" She goes, "Yeah, it's safe here." I was like, "Okay, cool." But I just didn't, by that point, I think I'd worked myself up into a frenzy. I just didn't feel safe. And my friend by this point was really fed up with me. She's just like really fed up. She went to the beach. I stayed in the room. I wouldn't go out. And then she said, "You know what?" She came back and in the meantime, I was ringing the flights, and they said, "Oh, there was one that was $70. It was a standby flight. I could go home in 4 days." I was like, brilliant. And so when my friend got back to the room, she was really fed up, and she was like, "Right, let's just go back home. You're not going to do anything. Let's just go back home." I was going, "Okay. Well, I phoned up a couple." She goes, "You just phoned them." I said, I already have. And I think she was so shocked that I had already found out. And I said, "Right, we can catch a flight in 4 days' time. Let's just go." And so she goes, "Okay." So we went back to Florida. So we went back to the International Drive, and then we got a really cheap hotel. It was the Econo Lodge, which is like a travel lodge, I guess, but a cheaper version. It was like $30 a night. Perfect. We stayed. And then when we were there, and I felt a lot safer because I was in a tourist area and all of that. And then she was like, "Oh, why don't we just stay?" But by that point, I just felt like, oh, do you know what? I don't know if our friendship is going to survive it and all that. Anyway, we had 4 days there. We went to the parks, and our friendship didn't survive it, unfortunately. She came and she stayed with me, and then she went to stay with another friend. And then after that, we sort of met each other a few times and all of this. And I was going with my family to Florida. We were having a good time, and I really enjoyed it. She got herself a boyfriend at that point, and she came to see me because I used to work in a hotel, and that's how we met. And she's going, "Oh, so what, are you just going to go to Florida every year?" And in my mind, I thought, yeah, why not? I love Florida. Yeah. But she didn't, see it in the same way. But like I said, she was a lot more mature than I was, even though there was only a couple of years difference between us. But she grew up in Italy, and the life is very independent there. And them lot, they get in their Jeep and they go to the beach and all of this. And that wasn't the lifestyle that I had lived. So we just weren't. I was very immature. She was very mature. It just didn't mesh, unfortunately. But yeah, but then we weren't friends anymore. I miss our friendship. It was a sad ending to our friendship, but it's the way that it goes, isn't it?
So there you go, Sam. I don't think it'll end up like that for you.
No.
But so I suppose the other question would be, it depends. So you said you've been invited, so clearly there's going to be a load of you. How are you going to get around? When you say road trip, are you going by car? Are you going by bike? I suppose these are little bits. I think you will feel safe if you're in a group as well. Obviously, if you trust the people that you're with, you'll be absolutely safe. And it'd be really good, actually, if you can go with people that know the States really, really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, in most cases, I know you hear all these stories about things that happen in the United States, much like most places.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you'll be absolutely fine. And do you know what? American scenery, the countryside is absolutely stunning. So
Because your parents have done tours.
They
Yeah,
certainly
your
have.
brother
Titan
has,
tour.
yeah, Mark's brother's been there, you know, like not I don't know. Oh, I
He
wonder
went to every state. He drove
he
around every
did,
state.
but I wonder if he went to Salem.
Oh,
I'm sure he
would have
did.
done. Yeah.
Because he went to what's that other place? New Orleans. He went to New
Yeah,
Orleans and then
yeah.
he did the graveyards, I think.
I'll
as
check.
well.
I'll
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
I will check. But yeah, you'll have a wonderful time. And like Kelly says, it really depends on where you're going from Salem to where. If you're just going around the state, but you'll be absolutely fine. And do you know what I would say to you? Go, but for the love of God, if you go, please get insurance.
Yes.
Because it's incredibly expensive medically out there. So do please get insurance.
Make sure you have insurance. Make sure you have comprehensive insurance. You know that it covers you for everything, and all of that type of stuff. Because in the States they don't play when it comes to hospital and all. They don't play. So make sure you have everything up to date and all your travel documents.
But I think you would have an absolutely wonderful time out there, Sam, for sure, and you deserve it.
You also need to do your ESTA.
Yeah. But we can talk about that nearer the time. But yes, I think you would. It's a long way of saying that. Kirsty said, "Oh, Mr. Frosty was on my Santa list for many years when I was little."
It was on mine as well when I was little. I never got it. I never got it until much later when it was past the age of being exciting. And I remember, and I've told this story before. I'm sorry, I'm gonna drag on and tell another story.
No, go on.
So, I must have been about 6. Yeah, about 6. And I really, really, with all my heart, wanted a Mr. Frosty. And I never ever got one every year and all of this. And on this particular year, I'd had my birthday and my mum's friend had come along and she had a present for me. Now, my birthday passed for about a week or 2, so I wasn't expecting any present. So she bought this present. It was impossible that it was a Mr. Frosty because it was too thin. But in my mind, I thought, I hope it's a Mr. Frosty. I wished that it was a Mr. Frosty. Of course, it wasn't because it was too thin. But when I opened it, it was a magazine with a tape attached to it, and it was Storyteller, and it was part 1 of the Storyteller. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, whatevs. But I tell you this, I loved it. I listened to it. I followed along with the story. Then my parents had to buy me too. My parents bought me up to 9 or 10, I think it was, and then they stopped buying it for me. And then years later, when the internet became a bit more prevalent and eBay was a thing, I bought the whole catalog.
Oh yeah, you still got it.
Yes, it's there.
Yeah. It's safe. Yeah, it's safe. But you know what, Kirsty? Live that dream. Treat yourself to that Mr. Frosty. You're bound to be able to find a version of it somewhere. Has anybody ever done that, actually, just to ask you?
They still do, Mr. Frosty.
No, has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever had a childhood thing they've really, really wanted and then gone out years later and got it?
Yeah, just many.
You know, just either got it from eBay or found it in a charity shop or just found it somewhere and gone out and got it.
You know what? I was on the internet the other day. Jelly bags. I don't know if anybody remembers jelly bags and jelly shoes. And I saw it, the most impractical bag you will ever have. But I saw it because somebody went to the Barbie shop and they were selling it in the Barbie shop. And I just thought, you know what? Let me see if I can. And it's on Amazon for like £3. I was like, I've got to get that. It's in my basket at the moment. I have to get that jelly bag.
There you go. So there you are. So live your dream. Don't forget. Do you know what? I think there's loads of toys I wanted as a kid, never got.
Board games probably for you.
Yeah, but I don't know if would I go and get I wouldn't get the thing now because I wouldn't play with it.
What was it your family were playing with at your dad's
birthday?
Yeah,
so when I was a kid, there was a board game we had called Dark Tower. Now, Dark Tower was one of the very, very first electronic board games. Came out in 1984, 1986, something like that. When it came out, it's very, very basic. But they've done a new version of Dark Tower, which is quite expensive. It's over £100. but it's a lot more complicated. So it's a lot more stuff and feature to it. So they just re-released it, or they are re-releasing it this year. I was actually shocked. I just happened to Google because I wanted to see if I could get the old version of it, the 80s version of it. And now they're bringing out a new version of it, which is Dark Tower 2. Imagine if the titles. So that was the bit I was going to do. But yeah, it was just interesting to see whether anybody would get something they wanted to. Kelly, your instincts kicked in. Smart move. That was about obviously your road trip. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, anytime, Sam. Oh, sorry. Lauren said KFC, but I wasn't around then. I think that was a previous comment we've made. Lauren said England won the semi-final. They did, Lauren. Did you watch it? Playing Spain on Sunday. They are. Are you going to watch it? Sam said, I found an awesome womble that sits on my fireplace. I'm looking for Scooby-Doo mystery van.
Overground,
really?
underground, wandering free.
When you say the Scooby-Doo mystery van, is it actually the toy, or are you after like a model of it? I love these type of things as well. So my brother and we used to play board games when we were little, as you know. And I joined a website called Board Game Geek. And then the idea is you can talk about board games, but you can also sell your board games. It's a bit like eBay, but just for board games on there.
So when I was at work the other day, I bought games because we were having a summer party, and I bought games for kids. But the first year I bought board games and stuff like that, and I noticed that the adults liked playing yeah, but I bought a load of retro ones. And so this year the last year I bought Connect 4, and like everybody with the kids wanted to play, everybody wanted to play. So and I bought like drawings, crayons, and all of that type of stuff, so that the kids could sort of like really get involved. And then and I bought a Jenga, but it turned out when I ordered the Jenga, it was a mini Jenga. I was just like, what? So this year, I bought a secondary Connect 4, and I bought Othello. So my dad taught me how to play Othello. When I was playing, I was thinking, is this the game? I'll have to read up on it again. So my dad taught me, like, there's only really 2 board games he ever taught me. One was Connect 4, and then the other one was Othello. I loved playing Othello. I played it a lot when I was a kid, and then I hadn't played it for like probably about 20 years or something like that. And then so anyway, I got this at work, and there's this one person at work, so I played quite a few people and won, but this person really makes me think, and that person also, I make that person really think as well. So we're sitting there, but then everyone starts watching us, and it's like, but the other day, so that person made us play 2. So we're playing 2 games at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So it was really, really weird. So yeah, so then that was really challenging for me to try and concentrate on 2 games. But also I think the person was quite surprised that I could beat that person, but equally we're on par. So
yeah, I know you were saying they're quite competitive.
Yeah,
and they counted as well.
Counting spaces. I don't even think of that, but I think we're both quietly competitive inside.
Yeah,
and I think the challenge is quite good. I really enjoy it.
Where are we? Sam said, Lauren said, might watch the game. Do you think England will win? It's going to be hard, but they can do it, Lauren. They can do it. Come on, England.
Well, Tommy's not supporting England, apparently.
No. Well, I understand it because he's Welsh. Sam said, I'd love a life-size mystery van, lol, but just looking for a toy one, alas. As much as I'd love to roam across my moors in the mystery van, that would be amazing. When we went to Florida, they did have an actual mystery machine van, obviously the one that they did. But what would be even better is if you drive around the malls in your mystery van, and you had a life-size model of Fred, Velma, Scooby, and Shaggy in the back. So you could be, or if you dressed up like Velma or dressed up like Daphne, and then you'd have them in the back. So it looked like the whole of you were going round in the mystery machine.
What's just to touch upon Universal, because there's some really exciting things happening at Universal Studios. So if you're into Florida, if you're into our vlogs and stuff like that, they're opening up a third part. Well, they have a water park. So they have two. They have Universal Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios and Volcano Bay. So they have three parks, like a water park. But they're opening up another park, and it's called Epic Universe. Now, what's exciting about? They think it's going to be open in April, 2025. Yeah. So they think it's going to be open in April 2025. That's exciting for one. But I feel so I just been watching some YouTubers, and Universal always did like a mini parade and all of that. But they've just started a parade, and let me tell you, this parade is all based on films. E.T., Back to the Future, all of that.
You showed me this one.
It looks absolutely amazing. And I'm just like, because Universal, the detailing has been great and all of that type of stuff, but they're not on point as Disney are. Because Disney are really, when you go to Disney, they are punching. I'm telling you, they're like not punching, but sorry, they're top, and it's Universal that's punching. But honestly, Disney you go there and the detailing, you go to Epcot, it's brilliant. They've done like now sort of like lovely areas where you can sit down and all of this type of stuff. And Universal, and the food at Universal is not that great and all of that type of stuff. But now they're really investing. And I think that's because Disney has become so expensive that a lot of people now are kind of leaving Disney, and they're like now investing more in Universal. So by that rationale, Universal can then invest in Universal. And Epic Universe, they're going to have like a villains con, which I think you'll probably enjoy, the dark side and all of this type of stuff. But they're going to do like a Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Ministry of Magic, and all of that type of stuff. So, and they're going to also have Nintendo World. Now, I'm not a gamer. You might enjoy this Nintendo business.
I think they have a Nintendo World at California.
Right.
They have it there. So I think they're bringing it over to Florida.
Yeah. Well, they're not bringing it over there.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're doing the same. But I mean, I'm not a lover of Nintendo World and stuff like that. What I would really love is for an anniversary, and an anniversary that we might be there for, because that would be quite cool if they brought Back to the Future.
Oh, that would be awesome. Or Ghostbusters.
I never saw the Ghostbusters, so that would be. I mean, that wasn't in the universe. That wasn't in the Back to the Future one, was it?
I think it might have been.
So you think it was Ghostbusters, then Back to the Future, then Simpsons?
They would have had one area where Back to the Future is, and right next to it was Ghostbusters at the same time.
Oh right, all right. So it wasn't
not in the same place. It wasn't. But they would have been there at the same time.
Yeah.
Sam said, "I used to watch I used to want an Interceptor like Mad Max had. Such a cool car." Are you talking about the original? I guess it with what's his name, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, Mel Gibson
in the 70s. That would have been a cool car, especially driving like that.
Was that the 70s?
It was 79.
Wow.
Mad Max was the original. Mad Max was 79. The new one, obviously with Tom Hardy, was in 2000. I forget now.
But I'm thinking, what was the one with We Don't Need Another? Tina Turner.
That's Mel Gibson. That was in the 80s. That's Mad Max 3.
Oh, so it was in the 80s. Okay. Oh, 3.
That's Mad Max.
I thought it would have been 2.
That's Mad Max 3 with Tina Turner. Something at the Thunderdome or something. With there's a new Mad Max film just come out actually, but I don't think Tom Hardy's in it. No, I don't know. There you go. Well, guys, we've been going for an hour and a half. It's gone 8 o'clock, so I think.
Have we read all the messages?
That was the last one, the Interceptor one. So we will leave the live there. But thank you so much for joining us on the live.
It's been so much fun.
It has, as it always
We've
is.
covered a plethora of subjects. I love it.
From sweets all the way to films, to retro stuff, to the stuff you like as a child, and even if you would buy it in eBay. So as you say, thank you so much, guys. We had a wonderful time talking to you, as we always do. As always, that will be it for Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things for this week. But we will be back will we though for Tuesday?
We might be. Yes, I think we will be.
We'll be back in time for Tuesday.
I think so.
We will let you
so.
know before, because Kelly and I are going out on Tuesday, so we will try and get back in time for that.
Yeah.
But if not, we will let you know way before that that occurs. So until then, have a wonderful weekend, guys. Do look after yourselves. Do take care, and remember, you're never too old to have fun. Thank you as well. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Lots of love from Kelly and I. And we will hopefully see you guys next week.
Thank you for the likes. Please, also, we have a secondary channel, as you know, which is our holiday channel. We didn't put up a video on Wednesday, but there will be a video up tomorrow.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do it this week because the football
was on,
yeah, and so we were thinking, people might want to watch the football rather than watch the video. But there will be one up tomorrow, and there will be one up on Sunday, hopefully, because you're in the middle of editing.
I've got to start it. I
am. You haven't even started it.
No,
Okay.
I've been really busy doing other stuff.
Well, he's been watching the football.
Yeah, exactly.
So there will be so our channel is called MK Vacays. Please go there. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It's going to be our holiday channel, and at the moment, I think there's about 8 videos up, but a couple of them are short, so it's the same short, so don't worry about that. But there are longer videos on there, and we would really love it if you could support us and subscribe.
There you go, guys. So look after yourselves. As I say, do take care, and we will hopefully see you next week.
And don't forget to melt my cheese.
You know it. All right, guys, look after yourselves. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now.